Hello! Today I'll be working on another watercolor. I'm doing an easy 5-petal flower. Now, right now I'm doing the stems. Sometimes I like to do the stems and the leaves first. I don't know why, I just do. I'm going in with a lighter green right now with a pointed round number 8. And so I'm just going to go through the flower, just real easy. Like the top part, I'm doing the lighter green, and then I'll go in with the darker green on the lower half of the stems to make it look more dimensional and to add some shading. Now, in a second, we'll speed it up here for you while I do the stems. See there, I'm going in with the darker color. I'm putting it on like the bottom half of the stem to make it look like it's darker on the bottom half. Gives it a little bit more dimension. It makes it look like it's round instead of flat. Okay, now I'm getting ready to do a leaf. So I'm going to touch. Wait. Touch, push, and pull up. Touch, push, pull up. That's basically how you do your leaf. Now I leave a little center line so it looks like that vein that goes through the center of the leaf is there. Another little thing I do is I keep dropping some color on the bottom half of the leaf so it looks like it's shaded on the bottom half. One side is darker than the other. Let's do it again. We're gonna touch, push, and lift up. Touch, push, lift up. There you go. I'm going to add some more of that color on the bottom, and then I'm going to speed it up while you watch me do the rest of the leaves. So I've mixed 2 pinks, a lighter pink and a darker pink. And I'm using wet on wet. So right here I'm getting this petal wet. I'm going to drop in the lighter color on the top and then the darker color on the bottom of the petal or towards the center of the flower. And I'm going to let the water, let them mix naturally. So I'm going to let the water do the work for me. Here I go again. Get the petal wet flower, or get the petal of the flower wet with water first. Drop in the lighter color and then the darker color. And that's it. And then let them do their thing. And you don't have to be perfect either. You don't have to get the whole petal wet, you can leave some space for highlights, which is what I did end up doing. I wish I had zoomed in on this little painting. It did turn out to be quite adorable. And here I go on the last petal. Now, that didn't take hardly any time at all to do one flower this way. Bam, I have one flower. I have 2 more to go, and I'm going to let you watch me do that. So I know that my flowers are on the wet side, and technically they should be dry before I put in the middle. Well, for what I want to do anyway. I mean, you're welcome to put the middle in while the flowers are still wet, and there'll be a little bit of bleed into the petals. But I really didn't want that. But I went ahead and I dropped in the color right in the center. Now this flower is dry, so I really didn't have to worry about that too much. There was a couple of places where it did bleed just a touch, but not really. Now these, I knew better. See it, there it goes, it's bleeding into the petals. But it still looks okay. I just didn't really want that much color bleed. But I'm going to drop it in there. Now I do want to add some more detail around the center, but I am going to wait on that part. I'm dropping in some other color there, trying to get rid of that color bleed, but it still looks okay. And now this one is too dark, so I'm removing some of the color so that it matches just a little bit. Now I'm getting a little fine detail brush going. And I'm just going to add some really quick little lines around the center of the flower. Now again, this flower is dry, so I can do it to this flower. Now the other ones, I was like, I don't know. So I did wait on the other two flowers, and I went ahead and added some details to the leaves while those other flowers dried. Dried more. See, I'm looking at it. I know it's too wet. Move on to something else. So I'm getting a darker green right now, and I'm just going to add some lines, like vein lines, to the leaves, just for some cute detail. And I'm going to speed it up while I add the rest of the detail to the leaves. Go back and do those little centers. And they're still wet, but it's okay.